Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, we got a description of some of the charges that NBA YoungBoy was hit with, and man, is it a doozy. Man, we're gonna talk about that in a second, all right? We also got who else we got over here, man? We got Ye being charged with I believe it's battery or something crazy like that, man. We're gonna talk about that, man. We also got who else we got over here, man? We got Fat Joe, man, with the apologies, man. We got Ashanti and Nelly with huge news, man. We got Gillian Wallow on disc records, and we got Shyne talking about Diddy. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about that, man. This is huge. This is kind of relatively huge. Okay. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source. If this is your first time to the channel, man, be sure to hit the like button and feel any part of the content. We definitely appreciate that. That notification bell's waiting for your task, so go on and give it a tap. And the subscribe button's waiting for your subscription, man. So go on and touch that too. You're hitting something. We're gonna set off the insanity, right? With Ye, okay? The artist formerly known as Kanye West. Now, he is currently facing battery charges. Apparently, someone touched a man's wife, okay? And he had to put hands on him, man. Now, my thing is, why is he facing battery charges and not the other person? That's beyond me. Like, reports state that Kanye allegedly punched bro in the mug after he allegedly grabbed or pushed Bianca, okay? Now, they don't know which one it is, whether the person grabbed her or pushed her. Look, she didn't make clear to these folks whether she was pushed or grabbed, pushed and grabbed and pushed. The Shade Room says, and I have to quote this, right? The Shade Room says, law enforcement tells TMZ that they plan to reach out to Kanye and Whitenesses for details. I did not put that there. The Shade Room put that there like that. They put Whitenesses, not me. You follow what I'm saying? I just read what it says. But this is a fine time, right, to address racism at this point. Now, some folks show up in our comment section, right, and they state that I'm low-key racist, right? They state that, you know what I mean? Like, they don't like what I said about old boy, okay? The YouTuber, right? Now, I could be racist, just like everybody else is relative. Could be racist. It's very possible, although I don't think so, okay? Here's the thing, though. People tend to mix up the differences between racist, racial, prejudice, and stereotype. So let's provide some assistance to the people, okay? Racism is when someone discriminates against another person based on race, believing, that's the key word here, that one race is superior or inferior to another race, okay? That's racism. Something being racial relates to race or ethnicity. Me pointing out differences between races is racial. It is not racist, okay? Prejudice is a preconceived opinion about someone based on stereotypes without real knowledge, almost like I'm prejudging. And stereotype is a fixed, oversimplified idea about a group of people. So, racist is about a superiority complex of one race over another race, okay? Racial is about identity. Prejudice is about a preconceived notion, and stereotype is about fixed ideas. As a black man, right? You know what I mean? If I feel like as a black man, I'm not qualified to speak on Japanese culture outside of expressing my admiration for their culture. You follow what I'm saying? Or discussing the differences of Japanese culture from American culture. Eminem shows appreciation for the black culture, okay? Wu-Tang Clan shows appreciation for Asian culture. If I'm black going into Japan and I focus on this Japanese guy is a rat and that Japanese guy is a rat and he shouldn't get any respect because he told, and this one is problematic because I'm not part of that Japanese culture. I'm a guest in that culture. You follow what I'm saying, man? You ain't gonna go to Saudi Arabia doing all of that. Like, I saw DJ Vlad speaking to Boosie, right? On being invited to the barbecue, right? And Vlad made an interesting statement. He said, surely I could come into the barbecue, right? I know y'all would let me in. I was over there watching like, did he just invite himself? Imagine someone coming to a party at your house and they showed up at your door like, I know you're going to let me in, right? Why? Why should we let you in? You sound as if I should be thrilled that you graced us with your presence. You know what I'm saying? Look, Steven is out here, bruh. You like Steven? Yeah, the Django. You follow what I'm saying? All the stuff I say about niggas out here, that's 21, right? All the stuff I say about niggas, 22, and look who Steven runs to protect. You follow what I'm saying? 1090 Jake and whatnot. Source, hit me with that Steven clip for your boy. Steven's all over the place. Now, let me hop over to my shout outs real quick, okay? Walter Drake. He said, bruh, stop. You just don't like 1090 Jake. To be honest, when you hide behind an anonymous moniker, you shouldn't be hating on anyone else doing the same thing you do. You know, I've been cuffing with you the long way. But at this point, you just being extra. It's like you throwing stones from a hidden spot. Somebody came behind them and said, 1090 Jake is a clown. Another person said, who is 1090 Jake? Another person said, facts. I don't know what they saying facts to. My thought process was this. Am I forced to like 1090 Jake? I have to like 1090 Jake. I could choose to not like whoever I want, regardless of whether they do the thing that I do. You follow what I'm saying, man? I have to like them? What law says I gotta like them? Kentrell Hicks answered the question of who is 1090 Jake and said, this is what Kentrell said. He said, he's a nobody blogger that be putting people's paperwork out there for no reason other than views. Yeah. I don't have to like anybody. You know what I'm saying? Well Connected said, celeb. He said, celeb could come off as selectively, casually racist. I mean, perhaps I could come off as that. I'll accept that. I'm not saying I am. I'm saying I might sound like that. I don't think one race is superior to another by a long shot. You follow what I'm saying? Not by a long shot. There are great things black people do, great things white people do, great things Asian people do. You know what I'm saying? No one has the, you know what I mean? No one is the best race. So let me make that clear. Javaris said, why you hating on 1090 Jake? I lost respect for your opinion after what you said about 1090 Jake. What you said is incorrect and was quite lame, if I may say so myself. Red Sox saying, ouch, got him. Red Sox. From Boston. Ain't that where 1090 Jake's from? Listen, man. Yeah. All right, so Smooth Brother came through and said, celeb, 1090 Jake didn't snitch. He lied and took a charge to protect the family. Okay. So upon going back, I think I misread what Rick Ross posted, right? Rick Ross tried to say 1090 Jake is a rat. 1090 Jake said, nah, the gun that I had was in such and such's room in the closet underneath the green shirt. Okay. So I think my understanding is some folks are clarifying the situation and saying, no, 1090 Jake didn't snitch. He essentially took a charge for somebody. Okay, fine. We'll take that. Okay. And lastly, the Invisible Man said this. They said, so a content creator is a parasite because they expose the truth about public figures. Isn't that exactly what you do? Now, I had to give the response. I might as well read it out while we're here, while we're talking about it, okay? I'm almost positive I said it in English, right? That 1090 Jake, as far as I'm concerned, and I could be wrong, but I feel like I'm in my feelings, right? I feel like he's parasitic of the culture, black culture, okay? He highlights only the negatives of black culture as opposed to trying to present the good deeds that happen within the culture along with the misdeeds, okay? So we over here at Celeb Source, we tell you about Ashanti getting engaged. We tell you about J. Cole's apology. We tell you about Dame Dash and his network that he's trying to promote. We tell you about Ice Cube exposing labels that work against the black culture. We tell you about NBA Youngboy getting arrested. That's negative. But Finesse 2 times saying he don't want no smoke with Youngboy. That's positive. Casanat responsibly checking his fan base that was wilding out in New York. That's positive. Breakfast Club leaving Atlanta. That is what it is. Cardi B learning how to drive is funny. Women speaking against whole culture, that's positive. Styles P wanting real hip hop and not murder. Ye running for president. Beyonce dropping the country album, promoting other black country artists. We promote black businesses with free promo to at least 10K viewers a week. We don't take money for that. We highlight your comments, giving you an opportunity to get the message out to 10K people a night. And you're implying that I'm parasitic. You don't know what parasite means. We even highlighted your comments, the Invisible Man, but we're parasitic? Come on, man. I think when folks check me, they should at least have a grasp, right, of the definitions of words that they're working with. Let's get back to it, okay? To continue with Kanye's situation, because that was just a sidebar, okay? Milo Yiannopoulos. Ain't she the one that was bringing a lawsuit against Kanye? I think she was. Anyway, Milo Yiannopoulos, right? She continued to expound on what happened with Ye. She said, the dude didn't just grab Bianca or anything like that. She said, quote, a stranger grabbed Bianca is grossly inadequate as a description of what happened. Bianca was physically assaulted. The assailant didn't merely collide into her. He put his hands under her dress, directly on her body. He grabbed her waist, spun her around, and then blew her kisses. She was battered and sexually assaulted, close quote. Yeah, that's totally what happened as far as I'm concerned, okay? You can't just be like, oh, surely I could grab her, right? You know, put your hands under someone's wife's dress directly on top of, grab her waist, spin her around. Look, he should be charged for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should be charged for that. How the hell is Ye getting in trouble for protecting his wife? What the hell kind of country is this? A man can't protect his wife? It's a circus over here. And for those that think, well, you know, she's always dressing half naked, so I get to touch her. I feel sorry for your mother. You follow what I'm saying? Like, not only did your mama do a bad job, because you don't know that you shouldn't do that regardless of how she dresses, but your mama probably should have well, I just feel sorry for her, okay? Listen, let me give you this one right quick, okay? Look, we might be a little bit older, right? Just like some of us listeners, okay? And when we see celebrities just as people that have been popularized by the media, which is something that I, with an anonymous moniker, would not want to do. You follow? I don't want to be popular, okay? Being a ghostwriter of sorts is incredible to me. I'm getting my ideas, right? I'm out without the headache that comes with popularity. You know what I'm saying? I don't care whether you know me. Just get the ideas. Listen, adults may not be impressed with celebrities, but kids, the youth, they'll lose their mind. They'll cry if their favorite artist gets arrested. So when a kid meets a celebrity, it's devastating when the celebrity acts arrogantly towards the kid, which is what Fat Joe did. And Fat Joe also apologized for having to do that. I want you to take a listen to what your Puerto Rican uncle Fat Joe did. Take a look.
I want to say sorry to the kid at SneakerCon. He came to ask me some questions. I was like, yo, I got sneakers older than you. I just felt bad. I got sneakers older than you. Sneakers older than you. Don't play with me, boy. And I rarely take talk back. But if you see this video where the kid was trying to interview me and I start talking about the Louis Vuitton, that was wrong. I don't know what kind of arrogant shit I was on. And Shorty was too young. I was talking shit, but he's too young to understand that. He just wanted an interview and he didn't deserve that.
Yo, shout out to your Puerto Rican Uncle Fat Joe for the course correction, man. That man came on social media, the grand stage of the world, social media, and he apologized out loud after J. Cole was brutally attacked verbally online for apologizing. Fat Joe came through and apologized to Lil Bro. I thought that was beautiful. You know what I mean? It was humble. It was masculine. It was what a real man does. And I respect that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fat Joe for that. Fat Joe with the course correct. You know what I'm saying? Look, we here at Celeb Source want to give our flowers to moments like that in hip hop culture, which a lot of people will not highlight. You follow what I'm saying? I'm going to give my Fat Joe the flowers that he deserves for that, okay? To our hip-hop legends. Look, salute for that, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Fat Joe at the marriage supper. You know what I'm saying? You like, marriage supper, what you talk about? I mean, look, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? Look, if you don't know about the marriage supper, you might not have an invite. And you're going to need an invite. You follow what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, let me give you some more good news, okay? Ashanti and Nelly are getting married. And I know a lot of y'all ninjas is punching the air right now. You know what I mean? Y'all done lathered up your legs or you thought you had a shot with Ashanti, but you can forget all that, okay? You know what I mean? Because Nelly done came back around the corner with that country grammar. You know what I mean? And now Ashanti got the baby bump. Source, can we get a clip of the baby bump, please? You're like, oh, fantastic. She's having a baby when she was married. Yeah. I was about to get to that. Nelly popped the question to Ashanti. what did she post? She posted this. She posted, let me see if I can pull it up here. She said, quote, "This new year of my life is such a blessing full of love, hope, and anticipation. Motherhood is something that I have looked forward to, and sharing this with my family, fiance, and loyal fans who have been so supportive of my career is an amazing experience." I wasn't aware that he not apologized, but he proposed to her. But congratulations to the two of them, if I ain't said it before. You know what I mean? And you know, sometimes artists look into the comment section to see what the people are saying. And we have a comment section here. So if you want, you never know if Ashanti and Nelly are watching, you could throw them some congratulations for what they do, just in case they scouring the net and stuff like that and want to know about news about that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Nelly and Ashanti. Nelly, that's a big man move. You know what I mean? The beginning of a family. I love it. I love it. Okay. Oh, let me throw this out here to those of y'all in LA, okay? Bojangles is set to open restaurants in Los Angeles. Them plastic surgeons are about to make a killing because everybody about to be fat over there. I'm just throwing that out there, okay? Now, Bojangles is incredible. Gilly and Wallow have seen the hip-hop feud between Kendrick, Metro Boomin, Ross, Weeknd, Future, and Drake. Okay, Gilly has heard the disses and he is not impressed. Take a listen on the big podcast. Take a listen real quick.
I also think I'm with three people that are qualified to talk about what's happening right now. I'm seeing some people say, "Wow, so mature, J. Cole." I'm seeing some.
Sure, it was Jay's a guy, great dude.
Respect.
It was a total move, bro. First of all, let's just be honest, bro. That's not.
I love how everyone is 1,000% positive that they're not gonna shoot each other. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. That's kind of interesting to watch. Like they know, like, oh, this is gonna be a lyrical fest. It's not gonna be a murder fest. Now look, Tupac and Biggie were both murdered, but they were murdered by each other. You know what I mean? It's other people. They were murdered by Thing. You know what I'm talking about? Were you like by the same thing? I mean, I wasn't there, so. I think they were murdered by Thing. Anyway, listen, NBA YoungBoy. We told you yesterday that he was arrested. Okay, he's facing charges. But let me tell you something, man, boy. You know how many charges he faced? He's facing 63 charges. That's how many charges he's facing. You know what I mean? Some of y'all can barely count to 63. This man's being charged with 63. Oh my gosh, what a disaster. Okay, the man was arrested and booked yesterday. He currently has no bond, and new charges threatened his federally approved house arrest, which prosecutors were already trying to revoke. This is according to DJ Academics. After they claimed he was doing drugs and they asked him to stop, he told them no. Okay, apparently NBA, let me see what my times look like. Okay, I got time. Look, NBA YoungBoy was pretending to be a doctor. Ain't that crazy, man? This is insane. Let me read what my mixtapes posted. They posted Cache County Sheriff's Department detailed the investigation, which began when a pharmacist in Hiram notified authorities that the location had received a called-in prescription from a doctor through a phone number, which didn't match the one that they had for that doctor's office. Okay, the prescription was called in by an individual claiming to be a physician in the Provo, Utah area, providing an actual valid DEA number, NPI number, and other identification for the real physician. They done got the physician's information, bro. The person who contacted authorities could not provide her local address. How they got the identification, the NPI number, the valid DEA number, but they ain't had the local address? Gosh. Not that it should have happened, but I'm just saying, like, don't you want to cover all your bases? The person who contacted the authority cannot provide her local address, and the deputy reported that it was very clear that a fake voice was being used. NBA. Well, I guess if you get a woman to do it, then she's involved in the crime. So they're saying it was his voice, I guess. It says, according to the affidavit, quote unquote, Gwendolyn sounded as though she was a much younger female from the southern states. Gwendolyn made a statement. She said, quote, well, I asked, A-X-E-D, I asked her to, and she said that she'll have you call me. This statement was a response to a request that was made to have Gwendolyn contact dispatch and have them transfer her call back through. I've lived in the southern United States. The terminology in replacing the word ask with ax or other variations is consistent with a southern dialect in states such as Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, and other southern states. That's right. If you live in any of those states, you can't say ask. Say it. Post it in the comments. See if you can say ask proper. You can't. Not if you from Texas, Louisiana, or Georgia. You can't say ask. Say it. And you probably say oil with one syllable, right? You probably say all. And finally, don't get mad at me, man. Like, it ain't my fault. Well, let me give you this one additional piece of information, all right? NBA YoungBoy, I think he was asked by the authorities to provide his the password to his phone, and he said, take it and break it. He said, take it and break it. Look, that man still had time to bust one last rap. You follow what I'm saying, man? I hope all of this for NBA YoungBoy is false. I hope that none of this is true, and I hope that he gets out of all 63 of these charges. Some of the charges, I believe, include also weapons possession and stuff like that. It's just insane at this point, man. And finally, let me give you this last piece of information, man. I feel like I ranted earlier, so I apologize for that. But sometimes, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I be wanting to be clear, man. You know what I mean? Not everybody wants to be famous. Not everybody want to be on camera. Not everybody want that headache, man. You know what I mean? And if I want to get a thought out, man, I could get a thought out, just like everybody else can get a thought out. And if I don't like folks, then I just don't like folks. And that just is what it is. Some people, you just don't like them. 1090 Jake might be the nicest guy. He might be a good Christian man, right? I've seen him say some good things, and there was a video that I did have where I gave him props, like, yo, shout out to him for doing such and such. But that don't mean I gotta like him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't gotta like him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't like him. I don't want to fight him. I don't want to hit him. I'm not going to attack him if I see him or nothing like that. He just be like somebody, if I saw him, I'd be like, oh yeah, there go that guy. You know what I mean? Anyway, listen, let me give you this, man. As you already know, right, Shyne took the fall for Diddy when there was, let me rephrase this, okay? Diddy was being accused of a shooting. I forgot, this is way back in like the early 2000s. He was accused of a shooting, right? Shooting a woman in a face or something like that. Or he was accused of a shooting, okay? The woman got shot in the face, okay? The woman told the doctor while that was operating on her face, Diddy popped me. That's what she said to the doctor. Somehow that the doctor didn't hear it. No one in the room heard it. Nobody heard nothing. She been saying it for the last 20 years. Don't nobody want to hear nothing that she got to say. Shyne has been saying, I did not shoot the woman in the face. No. Shyne said, I didn't shoot the woman in the face. The woman said, Diddy shot me in the face. Right? That's what she said. Okay? And they looked around and was like, well, Shyne, you're going down. Because they Shyne, if you didn't shoot the woman, who shot the woman? He's like, well, I don't know. I can't say. Well, then you going to jail, Shyne. He done did his time. He got out. He became like some kind of a diplomat in Belize. Okay. What's my time looking like? All right, look. Now, Shyne is reiterating what he said like 20 years ago. He's saying it again. This for the people in the back. He did not do it, but he's now also saying that he's hearing stories about it's coming out that he didn't do it, and he's saying, yo, this lady's vindicating me. I don't know why ain't nobody heard it. Take a listen to what Shyne is saying right now, because just take a listen to what he's saying. This is big. Source, you gotta let all the clips play for this one. Take a listen.
Are you concerned that the tainted image of Diddy, who was your mentor and who you have reconciled with in the past, publicly reconciled with in the past 3 years, that now his entire operation has come under such a cloud of suspicion for nefarious and dubious activity? Are you concerned that you will also be tainted by it?
I don't see how. Again,
You offer a scholarship
I
in
leave
this
it,
game, sir.
I leave it up to you, sir. A scholarship to educate people has nothing to do, sir. Sir. You're talking about Andrea Perez, who went the Auxilou. After she withdrew, now she has a video. It is an accusation, but you guys don't make anything of it. Yes, welcome back, Andrea Perez. Yes, man, go back to the ministry. We don't care when the Auxilou said women's rights, equal rights, gender equality. Oh, she had to run to the States because she's afraid of her life. That's what she's saying now. We don't really believe that. Carry on, Prime Minister.
That's what we need for the focus on. What an entertainer who has nothing to do with politics, and he's facing accusations. He has not been convicted of anything. Nothing has been proven, even in a civil court where the threshold is much lower. I obliged you, just to share that certainly it has opened wounds for me, but I don't know. I'm not telling you the veracity of it. I maintain that I never shoot nobody, that there were other guns there. I always said that. That has not changed. And that is the testimony that came out. Fragments were never removed, so there was never any forensic testing to say who it was. But the victims are vindicating me. Witnesses are vindicating me. But I have moved on. I'm not trying to relive that. And so I am appreciative of whatever contributions Diddy has made to help the people of Belize. I wish him well. I pray for him, and I pray for the alleged victims. And if it is true, may justice be served. If it is not, it's a tragedy, because a global icon would have been destroyed.
Have you spoken to him in solidarity, at least?
I've been in touch.
Is he one of your financiers?
He has supported me openly, yes.
The man said he ain't do it, okay? The witnesses said he did. The man says he didn't do it. The witnesses said he didn't do it, thereby vindicating him, okay? But he went to jail. You see why I say this place is a circus? This is why the whole OJ situation, and with the uproar of applause for what happened, this is what we're talking about, people being unfairly treated, right? He said he didn't do it. The witness said he didn't do it. He went to jail for a shooting. Because he's like, oh, you don't know who did it? Yeah, I'm not going to say who did it. They're like, well, then you did it, okay? They asked him directly. Now, the interviewers asked him directly, did Diddy do it? He said, I'm not going to get into that. I moved on. I don't want to relive that. But then he makes a very interesting statement. He goes, I am appreciative of Diddy helping the people of Belize. I want you to think about that. I'm not going to get into, did Diddy do it? I'm not getting into who did it, but I'll just say this. I'm appreciative of him helping the people of Belize. So, to me, and I could be wrong. We just throwing thoughts out here, right? Everything is alleged in the whole 9 yards. We get it, okay? I could be wrong. Let me ask you this. If bruh did the time, right, and didn't snitch on the diddler so he can get paper from the diddler to help the people of Belize, let's say that happened, right? Like, what would you think of that? Like, is that a stand-up move? Like, I'll do the time if I know that I'm going to be able to help the people in the end. I'm not going to rat on the diddler. I'm not going to speak on what the diddler did if I can get paper and help a lot of people in the process. Is that a stand-up move? Is it not stand-up because it was not, like, he didn't stop, like, how can I say this? Is it not stopping the chopping of the bush that later turns into a tree that drops poisonous fruit? Are you understanding what I'm saying, man? Like, might it have been better for him to rat on the diddler if he could have, like, if that could have resulted in Cassie being protected, Mad Artist being protected? You follow what I'm saying? But then a lot of people wouldn't have been fed too. So it's kind of like a, I forgot what the name of the ethical, philosophical situation is called, but it's kind of one of them funny situations where, damn, what's the name? I forgot what it's called. But it's kind of one of them situations where it's kind of like, do you save 5 bad people to, you know what I mean? Like, by killing the one good child. You follow what I'm, like, it's one of them kind of situations, man. Did Shyne take one on the chin for the people of Belize to be blessed right now? You know what I mean? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, man. Look, be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.